And we are live. Hello, our friends.
Hello. Nice to be here with you today.
I'm glad you're here. I know that some people have to wait for an advertisement, so before we get really going on some things, we will wait for people to come in. But it's been kind of a cool day over here in Western Kentucky, just a little chilly. It really, as far as the temperature, I don't think it would have been that bad, but it was kind of cool because, it was kind of cool because the wind. It's still a little windy outside. Yeah, y'all been working on the chickens up there, Nana? Did you get the silkies moved? We're doing good, Red, teen homesteader. I'm glad you're here. Glad you remembered it. Looks like there's a few people that are filing in. Is Joe still in the hospital?
I texted her today. I haven't heard anything today, but she was yesterday.
So Vintage Vibes is a good supporter of the channel, and she's here all the time. She's a really good encourager, and she's been in the hospital the last couple of weeks with coronavirus.
She might be home because I feel like she's usually, if she's in the she's real quick to text back.
Yeah,
so she might have got to go.
So
maybe she'll text me back a little bit.
We've been trying to stay in contact with her and been praying for her, and been thinking about her. So, hey, Conrad Homestead, glad you're here. It seems like I just saw you a few minutes ago.
I ended up falling asleep on the couch, and so I've worked the last 3 days, and so I guess I don't know, tired.
Conrad Homestead went through some of their seeds and some of their stuff that they were going to do.
I think I left off with the butternut squash, and then I was out.
We did that a couple of weeks ago, but went through some seeds that a friend, Kenneth Morris, sent to us, our live stream 2 weeks ago. Hey, Lala Farm, glad you're here.
Hello.
Greetings all. Things are going really well here. I was just saying that we have had a kind of chilly day. It's not been really chilly, but the wind has made it kind of chilly. So it's been kind of windy out today.
I feel like I really haven't done anything today. I'm really low on energy, and so
a lot of our fruit trees are blooming. So we've got some really pretty peach blossoms. And the apple trees haven't yet, but the crab apple that we planted, the sugar time crab apple I planted maybe it was a year ago. It's got little red, just that they're about to pop.
Is the frost going to kill it all?
There's supposed to be a frost, not tonight, but like Wednesday night and Thursday night.
Should we cover up our fruit trees?
It's supposed to get to 30 degrees is what the app that we use Weather Underground.
Does that seem extreme to cover up fruit trees like with sheets?
Well,
does that work?
I don't know. We've got a lot of them, dear. I don't know if we have that many sheets.
We could just do like a few of them.
Yeah, and the big peach tree up at the property line, it's kind of too big to cover even with a sheet.
That makes me sad.
It makes me sad too. But it looks like the flowers are kind of off of the peach tree in the yard. I don't know. This was the kind of the first year that we were kind of expecting some fruit because of how much. How are you doing, Libby? I hadn't seen you in a while. Hope things are going all right for you. But we hadn't really got much fruit. But last year I planted up at the property line. I planted some red bud, some red mulberries, some wild plum, and some nanny berry. And one of the wild plums look like it's about to pop with some flowers. I don't think any of the others are going to pop with flowers. But hey, the Naked Gardeners, how are you doing? How are things in North Texas? Glad you're here.
Oh, that's cool, North Texas.
Yeah, y'all just moved, didn't you? Moved to a different homestead. That's exciting to kind of start fresh and.
I always love that, starting fresh.
Well, I do and I don't. I've got so much invested in this property that we put here, like all these trees, the high tunnel, the infrastructure, the pond, so much that we've done.
The work on our house that will.
April 20th is the. April 20th is the closing date for your new property or to sell your old property.
I would assume their new property.
Probably. That's super exciting.
We're excited for you. That's cool.
This really.
Hello, Addie.
Hey, Addie. This was our first homestead, really. So we had a couple little gardens at other places.
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Hey,
we'll have to go.
Glad you
we'll
stopped
have to check that out.
Yeah. Well, starting over is fun because then you can take all the lessons that you've learned, which it kind of is apropos for this video that I titled it anyway. You take all the lessons that you learned and apply it somewhere else. You know, because there's some things that I would have done different had you know, we started here. You know.
Well, and I agree with you. Right now, starting over for us would be ridiculous.
Oh,
like, we're here.
And, you know, we've got so much space that we can spread out that, you know, the mistakes that we've made aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah. There's I would have to be like an emergency to move or something. Or
well, and two, this property, I've said it several times, it's something special to us, to me especially, and to my parents. And because it's special to me, that makes it special to Rua. And, you know, since we've invested in it so much, that, you know, changes things too.
I think so. I think it's special. I mean, I enjoy the property, but I think it's special because it's so special to you.
Yeah. Yeah. A new classroom. Yeah, that's really cool. We've got so many things that we want to do here. And in our California property, which was tiny, we didn't really, I had a couple fruit trees that I planted, and we had a garden, but we didn't have any livestock or anything like that.
We couldn't.
You could have chickens. You just couldn't have a rooster. You get hens, you couldn't have a rooster, and you can only have,
sure,
you know,
our neighbors would have been not liking that.
I don't think we had bad neighbors.
No, we didn't. We had such good neighbors in California.
Yeah.
They were really nice.
The only problem with it was so close.
You could just reach out from our window and talk to the house.
One of our neighbors smoked cigarettes, and I could smell when we had our windows open. Yeah. I could smell cigarettes in the house. Nice people. But they were super nice. Yes,
they were.
Very nice.
They would. I guess because I had the kids so close together and I was so tired sometimes, it would, you know, I'd be pregnant and I'd have, you know, my 2 little kids or 3 little kids or whatever. I'd leave the car door open, and they told me a couple times, but then they got tired of telling me and they just closed the door and was like,
because, you know, small children are not quiet, especially the way we raise them. You know, they definitely are not quiet.
They are not quiet.
You know,
we didn't. What's the saying? Children should be
neither seen nor heard.
Neither seen nor heard.
I
think our motto is children should be seen and heard. Apparently.
Well, that's off of Arrested Development. Have you ever seen Arrested Development, where that guy he said that he was from the, you know, teaching neither seen nor heard, but it's supposed to be, you know, seen and not heard is really what it is. But our neighbors had a goat, but our current property was not big enough to have a goat. Yeah. I don't know. You know, you had to have a license. You know, you were supposed to register your dogs. We didn't. I protested that.
A lot of people did not.
But there's a John Stossel video about all these hidden taxes and stuff like that. And the lady in it said that she didn't register her dog either. That was her form of protest, because if it went directly to, you know, dog related stuff and, you know, pet related stuff, then she said she might be okay with it. But it just goes into the general fund and it's just more taxes. But, you know,
I feel like the cat is pacing.
It might be. I just took some bacon out of the oven.
Betty wants in.
I just took some bacon out of the oven, and I'm kind of watching it on camera here, make sure it don't hop up there.
Which camera do they see?
Well, they see this one right here. So it's backwards for them, I think. We've got 2 screens here, and I've got it through a program. It's you know, a Logitech webcam is what I use, and I've got it through a program. So
hey
Kenneth, glad you're here.
Congratulations on your property. I'm excited for you all.
Yeah, I was just telling them that we opened the seeds that you sent us like 2 live streams ago, and that last live stream 2 live streams ago, and talked about them just a little bit. No, we didn't do that. I did that. You weren't here. You were at work then.
I was at work. Okay.
Last week you were part of it. But anyway.
And this week I'm part of it, probably for just a few more minutes. And then I need to lay down.
Yeah, she's been kind of tired today. It kind of she worked 3 days in a row, 3 12s, and that kind of took a little bit out of it.
So. It took it out.
Yeah, but
I was doing great with the 4 in a row and not feeling anything before.
But she has been a lot less lethargic and, you know, more active and stuff like that.
But I think the 3 days just took it away.
But she usually has to have a nap even when she's at home. But on days that she works, she usually don't get a nap. You know, there. So.
No, I've only fallen asleep one time at work, and they were really understanding. It was when that unit was complete.
While you're doing an IV, you know, like, oh, you know, fall asleep. No. I live in Iowa. It's sunny, but so windy. Yeah, it was sunny like that today here too.
It's very deceiving outside. It looks really pretty, but it's cold.
Well, you can see back here. So this is a cedar tree that's behind me. This is our electric pole right here above my head. and that's for our utilities right here. That's where our meter is. Not our meter. Yeah, I guess our meter's on that anyway, right there. And there's a cedar tree, but so it's evergreen, but all the other trees are just starting to pop a little bit. I can see some leaves starting to bud out. So it's going to be no time. Like if you look out this window, you see there's a couple, it's got some leaves on it and stuff over there.
Thank you, Conrad. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
I do. I appreciate any prayers that I can get. It's definitely, I was telling Daniel, like, I guess it was hard back then. I was a stay-at-home mom and pregnant with all my kids, but this time I'm like working as a nurse, and it's different.
Yeah,
it's all situational. Everybody has their own situations, but it's definitely harder on me personally to work as a nurse, like pregnant. Like,
it's hard for you to work as a nurse as pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just hard for you being pregnant a little bit, to be honest with you, because it was hard being at home when you were pregnant too.
Probably. I am just not a good pregnant person, I guess.
Well, some people it seems like that have lots of energy and stuff like that.
There's a lady at work she's older and could have forgotten, but she said that, she felt pretty good. And I'm thinking, I hate everyone that feels good, because I just don't. Like, I don't feel like myself at all. When I had the 6 days off, I kind of felt better.
Yeah. So, but she's been doing much better, really.
Much better.
Anyway, she's got another appointment coming up. When?
April the 5th.
And, so she can't wait to see the heartbeat. They won't let me in. It's really very frustrating. I was so mad when they wouldn't let me in. I don't know if I've already told you. If I have, feel free to stop me. But, oh, man, I was so angry because every time I've been a part of it, whenever the other kids were born, I went to all the appointments, and I got to see all the ultrasound things and all that stuff. I think maybe once you went in an emergency, and I couldn't get a babysitter for the other kids, and they did a little quick ultrasound and said everything's fine, yada yada. I remember the first one.
Oh, it was because it was my second one, and it was Dr. McCullough
something. I think I'm thinking of the same story. Said, I hadn't felt a move. I haven't felt a move in a while.
Maya.
And you were like, and he was like, honey, they
Baby
sleep sometimes.
I
haven't felt it.
What did you do wrong? No, it's called the government. They won't let him in the hospital, but they wouldn't let him go back to my appointment because
coronavirus. Oh man, yeah, she was worried that something was wrong with our baby because she hadn't felt the baby move in an hour or two.
Too.
And I haven't felt the baby move. There must be something wrong. And here, if she has to go to the doctor's office, it's like a 30-minute drive.
I'll drive
40 minutes. And by the time, and I remember her too with the other babies. She hadn't felt a move in a while, so she'd like poke them and whatnot to wake them up. Do you remember doing that?
I'll do it again too.
Like, are you okay in there? And she'd poke them and stuff like that, and wake them up. Oh man, that was fun. The farm which Rick is on will be praying for you. Okay, that's because you've been did you have surgery, Lala Farm, or something like that, or just been sick? You been worrying about that
since last Thursday. I'm sorry, I've been sick.
Yeah,
it's unpleasant to be sick. I feel bad for people that are generally just sick all the time. Like whether it's diabetes or cancer or mental health issues. I feel really bad for people. I like to feel good.
I had some vertigo like yesterday or the day before, and that was unpleasant. But people who have get sick all the time, it's not fun being sick. I don't know, but. Anyway, I was thinking about, and I told Rue about it beforehand, but I don't know if she's been thinking about it any at all, about like mistakes and, lessons that we've learned. What would you say some lessons that you've learned since we've been here are?
Do things properly the first time.
Do things properly the first time.
Yes.
They refuse to go to bed. They have bad experiences getting poked trying to sleep. Yeah. You did this.
I did it to him. Hey, I got to make sure. And I'm still like that. I'm like her. Even now, I'm like, I hope the baby's okay in there.
Yeah.
I was okay.
I think that, as hard as it is, to do it, you really can't entirely because you kind of ever expand. It'd be nice in some ways if we sat down and kind of planned some things out.
I wish we would have planned our house better. Yeah. Not got the one we're in. I mean, I appreciate the one we're in, but
the thing about
I won't ever let anyone pick out my house again. That was dumb.
You didn't.
I mean, like
we saw it and stuff like that.
We saw it through pictures.
But
I'm not sure that was the best.
But we had to have something done, in a hurry. We could have got a brand new, mobile home, but we couldn't have had a house built in the time.
I agree.
We could have done like the Conrads are doing and lived in a camper for a while or something like that. Done that, but I don't think
for small kids.
So here's the thing.
There's no way I would do it in the camper.
Here's the thing about some of these lessons. Here's the things that you have to learn about these lessons, or that you have to think about these lessons, is that these things now because these things now because you learned the lessons then, and you had to go through those things in order to learn the lessons, right? So if we would have got another place, we would have thought it was fine.
We get rid of him. Not rid of him.
Get rid of him.
I like my cats, but I don't like them on the counter. He's after the bacon. There's bacon in the oven. I've been trying to lick the cast iron skillet there that I was cooking eggs in earlier. It had some bacon grease in it. Yeah, I was watching. Okay, so he's after bacon.
I was watching, but yeah, if we would have planned some of our infrastructure out, but we also didn't know when we got here. So those of you who have been here on our channel many times in the past, or seen some things, we got our home right here. And then just east of us, there's an empty field that's 2 or 3 acres. And at the time, we didn't know for sure we were going to take that back. So we moved here, and we didn't know that for sure.
Oh, not before.
So we moved here.
When we saw those big trucks coming, we did.
We moved here, and the property wasn't in our name, so we didn't want to do too much. Until we got the property in our name.
Oh, I forgot about that too.
So. We wanted to make sure, we didn't ask them to put all of it in our name, but, deed us off a few acres where we are so we can, have ownership of this, and we can have some security, because we love Nana and Papa very much, and we don't think this would ever happen, but you never know. A lot of people who have had family issues, didn't ever expect any family issues to happen. And, they could get mad one day, and then this is their property, and everything, all the improvements that we've done to it would have been, theirs, right? So we wanted to make sure that part of it was in our name first. And I didn't expect for them to put all of this in our name. We've got some other property that's in my brother's name up the road. And but I didn't expect that, but I'm very grateful.
Me too. I enjoy getting to live here.
Yeah, I'm very grateful.
I feel like there's nowhere else I would be satisfied living.
And after you've been here, Rua said, we should just, we should just got, 5 acres and done this and yada yada. And I'm like, do you know how much 5 acres is? And I kind of pointed out to her, and she's like, that's nothing.
That's small for us.
Which it is something. I'm not saying it's nothing. So please don't take it that way if you have less. But when you get used to something bigger, shrink down to, something
would be hard for me. Yeah. That is a lot.
So, we don't use of this initial 73 acres, we don't use, probably over 40 of it, but maybe more than that. But 40 or more of it, we don't use anything of. And the other bit, some of it is silvopasture in the woods and stuff like that. So, that we wouldn't have to use. We could do things differently, but we've allowed ourselves to spread out here. And
I think it'll be hard to shrink back.
Yeah, in some ways, it's kind of a double-edged sword, I think. Don't you? Having, plenty of space, because you don't have to maximize your space.
No. I don't know.
You wish you were somewhere else?
No.
You're looking out the window over there.
Toby wants in, and I don't want to get up, and then I don't want you to get up.
Toby wants in the back door, but he went over there now. And Betty wants in the front door. Toby, our giant schnauzer. Yeah, that's exactly right, Red.
Nana and Papa have been very good to us, so I have no complaints.
Yeah, they're quirky. And they're quirky, and they might think that we're quirky too.
I'm sure they think I'm quirky.
Like, I can't believe they waste their money on that. And we're like, I can't believe they did that.
Probably.
But they've been great for
the kids.
Anytime that we need them to watch the kids or anything like that. Like,
we appreciate you, Nana and Papa. I love you.
If right now Rue was having some kind of a emergency or something like that, it would be no issue at all, for me to take her wherever she needs to go and then watch the kids. But we also have Chad, our friend, who lives in a tiny house here, who's like a brother to me. He's like
a brother to us.
He's like, he's like family to me now.
Yeah.
We've adopted him. He's
He's our
adopted us,
family.
whatever. Anyway, he would do the same thing for us too. So we have this community back here, which really, is amazing, for us. It's just a great thing. So, even our mistakes, are really pretty minor. I like some lessons that we've learned and mistakes and stuff like that. Frail and quirky and all. So you're saying we're frail and quirky, or you're frail and quirky? Which one is it? What are you saying, Nana? Maybe I should take all those good things back.
I feel pretty frail right now. I feel like I'm like Debbie Downer.
She. So I don't know for sure if I should do that. Is Chad still single?
Yes, Chad is still single, and he does not want a woman.
Yeah, he likes being single.
A man for that reason either. He don't want anybody.
He likes being single. People have been trying to hook him up for a while, and we did for a while too.
Until he told me to stop.
But the reason we did was because
he's our butler.
The reason we did try to hook him up with other people is because we enjoy our relationship so much. Rue and I enjoy being married to one another most of the time, except for when she's wrong and, being weird and stuff. She don't have to worry about that part, Anyway, we enjoy our relationship so much that we felt it was sad that he didn't get to enjoy that kind of relationship.
It's like the kid's uncle.
But he gets the best of both worlds in some ways. There's some really great smack him. There are some really great things about being single, I think, to be honest with you. I don't want to be single. I like being married. But there's also some great things about being married, and part of that is having a family, and he gets a family in us, and we'll take care of him. And the kids, I think whenever he gets old and he don't have anyone because he didn't, whatever, and he don't have any kids, the kids will take care of him too.
I guess he's always known the kids. They have no recollection without him.
Yeah. Going to be living in the compost shed. Me? No.
No, I need Daniel. He just cooked me some fried eggs. I have a really great husband. So.
Yes. What'd you say? Say it again.
I don't want to. I said I have a great husband.
Yeah.
But he's pretty patient with me.
Well, she's pretty patient too. I think that, I want to be honest, I think there are benefits of being single.
There are.
And Rua can see that too, whenever I've got gas in the middle of the night and I'm sleeping and, just let one go. It's like, you're snoring or something like that,
Or when I've been I think I've gone to bed like at 8:30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just need to go to sleep.
So just trying to be honest, kind of thing, that there are benefits to being single. I can see some reasons why he likes being single at the same time, but that's not for me. I like being married, and, I wanted to be married from the time I was a young man. We started dating whenever we were, 18? I think we were 18.
It was 18 because it'll be 16 years married this year.
And we got married when we were 20, and I wanted to get married, and
I came along.
And she's the first one who said yes whenever I asked her out, and then that was either a mistake or a good thing. I don't know. So was it a mistake for you to say yes, or no?
It was a good thing.
But anyway,
there is love, Red. There is lots of love here. Lots of love.
Is that weird that we're talking about our marriage in a video? It's about mistakes that we've made.
Nah, it's not a mistake.
Yeah, but I think the big thing is, like the big things, the main things that, I think it's good, like this and our relationship and, our family and stuff like that is a good thing that, when you make mistakes and you mess up, that you have that to fall back on. So, mistakes aren't really that big of a mistake and aren't that big of a deal whenever you have that, so I think that's really, really pretty important. Have you seen our standard poodle recently? Betty, come here. You want to say hi to our friends? Are you done, dear?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay. Here's Betty. Yeah, I know. She's a good girl. I haven't really started working on training her much yet, but she's still a good girl. Do you want to sit here and take Rua's space? Rua's, no, she don't. But I'll come over here in the center now.
I should have said goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye. I got to let the dogs in.
She got to let the dogs in, and she's kind of tired. So, hey, thank you. She's a standard poodle, and thank you for saying we're cute as well. But anyway, hey, do you have any questions? Lala, hey, did you go, Lala? Okay, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Yeah, she's what, 16 weeks or 17 weeks now or something like that. I think she's like 17 weeks. I could tell you her birthday. It was in November, I believe. But yeah, she's really cute. I worked really hard at training Toby, but I haven't worked too hard on training her yet. Here's Toby back here. Toby, no. How is Joe? Hey, howdy, Garden. How are you doing? How are things going? Oh, Joe. Okay, Joe Brinley, Vintage Vibes.
I heard from her yesterday. She was
Yeah.
in the hospital.
Yeah, she was in the hospital, but we haven't heard anything from her. She's still kicking right now, so keep the prayers up if you are people who pray. I really appreciate those, and I think she does too. So we've been trying to keep up with her, and since she's not been in here, but one of the pictures. That's funny. Is that V or is that Paul? Which one of you've never made any mistakes? I'm betting that's Paul that said that. Yeah. Are you over there listening or reading what people say? Okay. Future plans this summer. Oh, here's some big news. We just got a message from the USDA from the EQIP program. We qualified and got pre-approved for another high tunnel. So that's really cool. So this summer we're gonna have to do some. Probably have to get the dozer back out here. There's some things that I did differently. I'll probably do a video about it. That I learned some lessons on there. So the first high tunnel, it kind of I know it's really cool. I couldn't believe it. So we're gonna get another huge one. So that's gonna be, this one's 148 by 30. Let's just round up to 150 to make it what it is. That's 4,500 square foot. I'm gonna get another one just like that. So it's actually 4,440, I guess, 4,440 square foot. So that would be 8,880 square foot. So yeah, I know it's too much almost, but I applied for it, thinking, okay, I might get one in a year or two. I'll just keep applying, but it got one this year, so we'll probably end up doing most of our growing inside. But that's what I was saying, Red. Good. The first problem that we had with the high tunnel was that water kind of flowed inside of it and made it all super mucky. So I made like a little trench on the outside. I did a video talking about that on the south side especially. But on this one, if I get the dozer to come out here to do some groundwork, I'm probably going to try to build it up so that it comes down and like that. So I think that's something that we're going to do this summer. I've also got to finish the water catchment on this old one, this first one, and so I can get the funds from that. I took a picture. The picture I took a picture of was the picture I took a picture of. The picture that's the thumbnail is where the water is going over to the high tunnel that we dug a trench with, and that was all messy this summer. It was awful. Hey, Margie. Rue is feeling a lot better, but she's really tired because she worked the last 3 days. So she was in here the first part of the live stream, and now she's over on the couch, just not doing anything right now. She's got her phone there. She'll probably take a nap. The kids are in the bedroom over here, our bedroom, watching TV or something like that. They've done some chores and stuff today as well, but you were here, I thought, Teen Homesteader. You were here, but you left? Okay, well, you missed most everything that I've already said. I can't repeat everything. Well, we're talking about mistakes that we made, and one of the mistakes maybe is the way that we did this trench. I don't know how we could have done it better, but it was really messy this winter. And one of the biggest mistakes that I think I've made on our homestead, and I'm still doing the same thing, is still a mistake that it's an ongoing mistake, is trying to do too much too fast. So I just mentioned the second high tunnel that we're going to get, and that's almost too much too fast. So I think that I've been a little stressed about, that and a couple other things here the last couple of days. And one of the reasons that we were moving here was to, de-stress a little bit. So that's kind of counterproductive. But one of the things that we did right that I'm still doing is, planting some fruit trees early on. So I said that a lot of them are blooming and blossoming, and like maybe we're gonna get some fruit off of them this year. So that feels really good, that we've got that done early on, and we're still doing it. We bought a few more fruit trees. I did those 4 that I mentioned to you in that video not too long ago: the Enterprise apple, the Cortland apple, the Mutsu apple, and the pineapple pear. But we bought at least one more apple. Did we buy 2 more apples? 2 more apples. We bought another Yellow Delicious because our other one had died. And we bought a Red Rome apple. Then we bought a Belle of Georgia peach because our old Belle of Georgia peach died. And we bought, he gave us a couple of trees. He gave us a early harvest green apple that, was looking pretty sad that he wanted to get rid of. He gave us a 6-in-1 apple that's like a Granny Smith, and several different kinds together. He gave us a 5-in-1 Asian pear tree, and he replaced one of my trees that had died. It was a Santa Rosa plum, maybe, but. I know I'm getting kind of caught up on details here, but we did all those trees and we've done these early on. So I've probably got, over 50 different, fruit trees, not counting the, ones that I got from the Missouri Department of Agriculture, Missouri Department of Conservation. And I got those up at the property line. I got the black locust from the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, but the redbud, the red mulberry, the nannyberry, and the wild plum, I got all from the Missouri Department of Agriculture. And I also got some Osage orange that I planted up at Nana and Papa's place. And I ordered 75 more from them that are maybe supposed to be here next week. Some filberts, hazelnuts, 25 of those, some witch hazel, and some persimmon. So it's pretty exciting that we did that. Those kids, it's just a long time brewing. They just don't know how long it takes. I think they will be happy as it is just someone else to play with. Yeah. Oh, okay. Your Rua's comment there. I don't think they get it. I feel like they miss their mom. Yeah, they forget things. All this stuff will be gone before they won't realize that she's been gone and sick and stuff like that. So it's just that's the reason why we've went ahead and had more children is because everybody has told us, almost every single person has told us that it is just a short time period, and that people don't regret on their deathbeds working more, earning wishing they had worked more or earned more money. Most of the time it's that they'd spent more time with their family and stuff like that. So a blood peach seed or tree, I don't know. I've not even heard of blood peaches, but there's a guy here locally. I shared him on my Facebook page. I think we're Facebook friends, Red, is Travis Terrell. I mentioned him in my video about these last apple trees. He said that he can get the ones that, if you want it, that he can, if he doesn't have it, he can get it. So you could contact him. And if you message me later, I can give you some information. But blood peach, we got a new Bella Georgia peach is what we got. And Rua insisted that we buy another blueberry plant. I said we've already got this variety. It was a Tiff Blue. And we already had one that I think I bought from him. So now we've got 2 Tiff Blue, 3 Austin. I think these are all Rabbit Eye. Yeah, he's over here, pretty close to where I am. So, I mean, it's a couple hours away from you. But it might be worth it if you bring a trailer or something like that to, get a lot of them. I think the ones that I got from him, most of these apple trees, which are, they're like 8 feet tall. Whenever I get them, most of them are. They're like $20 each. Hey, Brett and Cindy, how are you all doing down there? No, I agree. How to garden, Glenn, that's Glenn, right? I think you can't have too many fruit trees. So Most of those mulberries that I got from you are doing okay. The ones I started beforehand that I had out in the high tunnel and moved in and stuff like that. The Shangri-La and the Pakistani, I think most of them have died. So I'm pretty disappointed about that, but that's not a big deal. I got the Illinois Everbearing and some of these others. Retiring from the military, being gone 6 years, 25 years of being married. Yeah. I actually, Kenneth, I had thought about joining the Navy whenever I was in high school, like senior year, but I was already dating Rua, and I went to preaching school. I went to, Bible college, and I decided that I didn't want to wait to do that. And I probably could have been a chaplain or something like that if I'd wanted to. I don't know. But I didn't want to wait to do that. And I wanted to get married. I was dating Rue at the time. And I wanted to get married. That was kind of a passion of mine. And I didn't want to leave my wife behind and do all that stuff. Not judging people who did. I was going to be in the Navy. And I was going to be on a submarine, the thing I was going to sign up for, that I'd be gone for all this time and not even see the light of day for a while. But that's the reason why I didn't, so I wouldn't have to be away like that. We've only been away from each other at night. A few nights of our whole marriage, I guess, haven't we? Like when I went to that class in Denver, that was a couple times. Then I went to leadership retreats. Yeah, I went to on my retreat for my. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I that was really important. Our marriage is probably one of the most important things to us, so that's another reason why we moved here, is because I was so involved in my work in California, working with the church that I was working with there, that I kind of neglected sometimes. And I didn't neglect. That's not the right word, because as far as preaching and the responsibilities and things they wanted me to do, and I could have done much, much more, but I said, I don't want to do that. I need to be at home. So we decided that we wanted to do here so we could be with each other more, and I still think that we get to be with each other more now than we did then. And less stress with, Rua working outside the home the way that she does than whenever I do. It's hard being in full-time ministry, I think, anyway, when you have young kids at home. Yeah, they've come up with some weird names, but we've got a couple ideas of what we want to name our child, depending on boy or girl, but we'll wait and let you know whenever we know for sure what the sex or gender of the child is. Yeah, Kenneth too. I feel like I missed out on some things because I was so involved in my work there in California, but they were still pretty young. So when we moved here, gosh, it was November 2016. So Ben was only 5, right? And our youngest was only a few months old. So I didn't miss tons, but I'm really looking forward to, I'm enjoying this pregnancy, not because of the things that Rua's having to go through, but because I get to, savor it and see it in a different way than I did before. So, let's see. Good. I want to see if I missed anything. I've made some other little mistakes that I've kind of repaired along the way. I'm looking out my window right here, and I had a chicken run back here that I put some posts in here for. And I bought a shed to make the chicken coop out of, and that didn't work out very well, I don't think. And then we've got some other messes on the homestead that we messed up on, and some purchases that we made that maybe we didn't need to make and stuff like that. But I really still believe in the theory of just getting out there and making mistakes and trying some things. And it's okay if you make mistakes, and it's okay if you mess up, because really you learn more from your mistakes than you do your triumphs. All right, guys, if you have any guys and gals, if you have any questions or anything you want to add, then fire those away pretty quickly, because I think I'm about to log off of here. Yeah, I think so too. Brett and Cindy Swafford, that you learn from mistakes. Whenever you make you succeed, you like a friend that I've made on YouTube or in the YouTube world is Micah McGee. He's been over here to the homestead, and I've been to his homestead, and we've been on each other's channels. So that's nice. And I've not got to hang out with him, or I still chat with him some. But he said something the other day that his Mangalitsa pigs, they weren't doing quite as well this time. That there was one that was eating her young and stuff like that. And he said that these other ones made him look like a genius because they've done really well and all that stuff. But these he messed up. So he didn't know what he was doing right with the other ones. But when you mess up and you stumble upon what's right, then you know what's right because calculatus eliminatus, you've eliminated what's wrong. Glenn, that banana plant, I'm having a hard time with it. I've got it in soil, and I've got it in the high tunnel where it's nice and warm, almost full sun, but it's not, it's not started leafing out or anything yet. So I'm not giving up on it yet, but I figured it would have, started greening up and leafing out just a little bit. It might have died. I hope it didn't, because I was really pretty excited about it. But we'll see what happens. This is my first time with growing a banana plant, so I don't know for sure what I was doing. But I put it in soil, and I watered it in really deeply, and then I've been trying to keep it watered. So I don't know. Mistake, only learning opportunities. I agree, Red. Totally. Okay, to keep it small, how give it time, don't overwater. Okay, I think I might have tried to overwater it at first, but then I've stopped kind of watering it. I just kind of feel to see if it's still moist under there. If it's moist enough, then I don't water it at all. So yeah, I haven't given up on it yet. So I hope that I hadn't killed it. Are you gotta go, Angel Eyes? Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. To keep your small high tunnel from blowing away, I would just anchor it. Anchor it really well. You looked up the blood peach. You want one? Well, if Travis Terrell orders 2 of them, then you can get one for Red and for me too. So they can't take the cold though. Yeah. Do you have to take them in every winter? I've got a neighbor up the road that he has banana plants, banana trees, whatever, out every year, but they're gone in the wintertime. So I guess he digs them up and brings them inside. But anyway, yeah. If it's warm enough, if it's warm outside, raise the sides up, and that'll probably help a little bit. But it could still catch wind like a sail and blow off. Just get some rebar or some stakes or something like that, and and drive it down deep in the soil. So I don't have them everywhere. So you've got lots of banana trees, banana plants. Well, I might have to take you up on it. This time I'll send you some money for shipping, though. I really appreciate that. Grow up in your basement. So you leave it out there every year, so it just dies back, Swafford, and then it comes back every year. Well, that's not too bad. I was gonna put mine in the high tunnel, and it stays warm enough in there. And this first one, we're gonna put some geothermal tubes in to try to warm it up in the wintertime. That way we can put some more tropical stuff in there, and it'll be fine. After school banana bread. Yeah, your recipe book. My little grow up in my basement just sprouted most of the tomatoes and a few of the jalapenos yesterday. So oh, cool. I've got a bunch of tomatoes started in my high tunnel, but I was watching Plant Abundance the other day, and he said that it just popped up in my my stream, on my suggested videos. And he says that he tries to, direct sow some of his because then there's not as much of a shock and stuff like that. So, so maybe I'll try to direct sow some too. I've got plenty of space, and I'm not doing anything with some of it. So I'm gonna try some different things and see what happens. So anchored it already, but the ground is so soft they just pull. Oh, okay, yeah. I think they've got some anchors. One thing you could do is try to anchor it at an angle, so if your high tunnel is here in the center, anchor it like this, at an angle kind of thing. That might help. And I think they've also got some anchors that kind of, when you anchor them, send it down, then it puts some stuff out. So that way it'll, hold it tight. There's some anchors they used for our mobile home before I got here. They anchored it down, that they screwed them into the ground. So it's like a drill kind of thing, and that will go down and down in the ground. Something like that would be good. A dead man. Okay. All right. I don't know what a dead man is, but is it one of those things that I was just talking about? So with as many fruit trees you were planting, you could feed your family and sell at a fruit stand. Yeah, we want to have something like that eventually. Have some kind of a stand and then sell some stuff from like through Facebook Marketplace or something like that. Like have a box and say, hey, we've got these. If you want some, it's this how much it is. Come and get it, and yada 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 kind of thing. So dog chain anchors or a dead man. Yeah, look into those things. I guess, the wind can blow a dead man away too. And we don't need to be sexist. Maybe it should be a dead woman. Dead person. Real giggled at my dad joke. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I love y'all. We'll put a beam. Okay, I see. I see what you're saying. We'll see y'all next week. If you have any questions, you can message me. You can comment on this video if you'd like to. If you have any ideas or anything like that, I would love to hear them. Until next time, we'll have a new video on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday this week. Hopefully, I didn't feel like it on Saturday, so I didn't get it. But I had some footage. I just didn't, want to edit it that day. So we'll do that. Y'all have a great night. Bye.